Good morning or good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being in online today with us. Welcome to this new webinar. Today, I am really thrilled to have with me Sibyl Job. Sibyl Job is father is from Cameroon and mother is from French. She has been in the corporate world for 7 years. Then she turned to education. 8 years in education, and today she counsels youth from 15 to 25 in their professional orientation and academic orientation. I am happy because she used your talent, your aspiration to help you tune your way through your own life. Today, we will be talking about academic orientation. And you know, as usual, we'll have 30 minutes of presentation with our guest speaker, and then you have 30 minutes where she will answer all your questions. What I want you to do now is to present yourself in the chat, who you are, what class or what grade are you doing currently, and if you are a parent, what are you waiting from this webinar? We have 2 minutes to present ourselves, please. I am Sylvie Ngompe, by the way, the owner of Impact, and Sibyl also has her own company. Her own company is Option Horizon. You can check it on Facebook and on Instagram. I will put it on the chat soon. And we are here to help, giving value to you youth people and to you parents. So please present yourself in the chat. I have seen Andy, I have seen Sir Ocean, I have seen Avarel. Please tell us, who are you? What are you doing in your own life? And if you are a parent, please tell us how many kids you have and what are you waiting from us from this presentation. 2 minutes, please. I know that we are at least 20 online now. Go on, present yourself. It has to be interactive because if it's not interactive, Sibyl will not join us. Please present yourself. Hello, you can use the chat or you can start asking questions. Sibyl, I think they are not interested and that we should leave.
No, we have Andy, Ocean, Avarel, Ashley.
Ashley, in what class are you? Oh, this is Sarah. Sarah, in what class are you? Nice to meet you. Ashley, Sarah, Andy, Sir Ocean, please tell us about you. Okay. Only 1 minute. Erika, opposite. Welcome. Hey, Gaston. Father of 2, I'm looking forward to having tips to start orientating my young kid toward now. Wow. Sarah is in DP1. Avarel is a student in second. Andy is in lower seat. And Ocean is in terminal. Sibyl, you know who you have in front of you. I'll give you the floor now to go on with the presentation. 30 minutes of presentation, and she'll be back to answer all your questions. Please ask all your questions in the chat from now as she starts. Thank you very much, Sibyl. I am thrilled to have you online. Welcome, and please let them dream.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm really happy to be here with you today. I'm honored by the invitation. Thank you again, Sylvie, for inviting me as a speaker in this webinar. Before we start, I'm going to talk for the next 20-30 minutes. So before we start, we are trying to make it a little bit interactive. So I'm going to ask you a question. Well, sorry, I have to put my document from the start. Okay, so I'm going to ask you, How would you define orientation if asking? Can you answer, please, in the chat? How would you define orientation? Don't be shy. There's no wrong answer. Okay, Andy is 15, so can you tell me how would you define orientation in the chat? I'm waiting for your answers. Arnold, Kenye, Arnold, Dimitri. Okay, Sirocean, can you please tell me what can you say about orientation? What is orientation, Manuela? And we also have Sarah, I think, Havarel. How will you define orientation? Any idea? You can just give some words in the chat to define orientation. Giving types to someone to let him achieve his goals. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Any other idea, please? Talking about a certain topic in a group. Okay, certain topic. Okay. One more, orientation.
Orientation is a pathway. Thank you, Arnold.
Can you hear me? I got an internet shutdown. Sylvie, can you hear me? Okay, a type of advice enabling someone to choose his pathway at the right time and the right place. Very good. It's the path that we use. Okay, so I was saying I checked in the dictionary, in the Oxford Dictionary, and I found this definition of orientation. Orientation is the act of directing your aims toward a particular thing. This is exactly what orientation is. It's directing your energy, your efforts, your all your time towards finding what you're going to do for a living, for college and professional life. Today, I'm going to give you some tools to help you through the orientation path. And I hope that at the end of this presentation, you will feel more informed and reassured in front of this orientation process. From the beginning, orientation may be a tough nut to crack, okay? Because you will have many many questions which will cross your head. Which job would be perfect for me? Shall I go to university or do a professional training? Will I have a job when after my graduation? And in the meantime, you will feel insecurities and fears, like, will I be successful? Will I be as good as my mother, my father, or my elder? Will I have a goal in my life? how will I face the adult life? Okay, you have all these in your head, and it might be really a fear, really frightening. Okay, so I'm going to give you some tools to help you. Okay, we're going first to know where to start, and then we'll go through the different stages of the orientation process. First is try to know yourself, and then deepen your knowledge of the jobs you dream of, and then explore the different academic pathways. And then we'll talk about expanding and improving your skills. And I think I saw in the chat we have some parents here, so we will talk about the role of parents in the orientation process, and then we'll go to the questions. Okay, where to start? The first thing is be proactive. So please don't be a spectator of your orientation. You have to be an actor. Do, move, search, ask, okay? Go meet people, ask questions, seek for information, because it's about your life, okay? You have to be committed to allow it to be as great as you imagine it. So be proactive is the first thing. It's to start well. The second point is anticipate. You have to anticipate, because if you wait until the day before the due date, this won't be a choice. You will just make a random choice, because you'll say, okay, I have to make a choice. Well, I make a random choice because I don't have all the information I need here. So you have to anticipate. And you will ask me, well, when do I have to start thinking about my academic orientation? And I will say in Form 3 or before starting high school, because you have subjects to choose. You have subjects to choose, so this is the right year to start thinking about your orientation. And also in high school, because you will have to choose what you want to do next. So just start when you have choices to make, and go seek for information. Think about what you want in your future to make your choices now. Okay, now that you're ready, you know you have to be proactive, you know you have to anticipate. Let's go to the first stage, which is how do I do to know myself? For this part, I'd like you to make this task seriously. You go in a calm place with a pencil and a paper, and you really think about all I'm going to tell you now. It's not an easy task. I usually do it with my coaches because it's not easy to do it by yourself. But I'm going to give you some tools so that you can do it though. Okay, the first thing is you have to know your interests. What do you like? Okay, you ask yourself, what do I like? But you don't just do a list. You have to know what makes me feel happy? What makes me feel alive? And why? Why does it make me feel so good? Does it help me to feel relaxed? Does it make me feel accomplished or helpful or powerful or admired? I don't know. Okay, you just write, I like this because it makes me feel this way. Write down all your interests. The other mean to write down your interests is to end this sentence. If I was totally free in my life, I will. And you just write whatever comes in your mind. Okay? The first step is write all your interests. Then the second stage is write your values. But I have to make sure you all know what a value is. So can you give me examples in the chat? of what an example of a value. Can you write down in the chat, please, what you think of a value? What you think is a value in life? I'm alone.
Remember that is interactive. If you're not participating, Sylvie is gonna leave. So please, what is a value?
What is a value? Okay, Leonor, I saw your answer about orientation. Thank you. We are on values now. Can you give me an example of what you think a value is a value? Any idea? Anyone? I just need 2-3 examples to make sure you know. Okay, Andy, thank you. Honesty is a value. Yes. Thank you. Anyone? Anything else? We have honesty. I'd just like to have 1 or 2 more. Respect. Thank you. That's true. That are values, honesty, respect. So a value, loyalty, great. Always the same person. Sharing, good. Thank you, Sirosean. Integrity, self-control. For me, values are principles on which we base our lives. Great. That's a definition. Humble. Okay. So you gave me examples and also a definition. Okay. So we agree a value is a person's principles or behavior or standard of behavior. It's one's judgment of what is important in life. So you're going to write down what is important for you, what makes sense for you, okay? It might be family, it might be taking care of others, be famous, be a leader or whatever. You write down all your values. If it's too difficult to do it this way, you can also try to ask yourself and answer, what could I do to improve the world? This might be helpful. And the third mean to achieve this task is asking yourself, is there anyone you admire? It not has to be someone you know personally, okay? You just pick someone in the world you admire and ask yourself, why do I admire this person? Because most of the time, the person you admire, they reflect what you think is important, what you would like, how you would like to be. They are your values. They are your values you can see with your eyes. Okay. Okay. So these are 3 means to know your values. Then we'll talk about your strengths. What are your strengths? You all have strengths, many, I'm sure. What areas am I good at? You're going to ask yourself. It's easy to do it for the school part because you have evaluations, so you know what areas you're good at school. But you're not only a student, okay? You're also a person with qualities. So write down your qualities too. If you don't know, you can ask your parents, you can ask your best friends, how do you see me? Maybe you're a very organized person. This will help you in your life and in your professional life. And also during your studies, you can be someone persevering, which is really important. You can be someone really curious, okay? You can be someone with extended literary knowledge. Write down all your qualities. This will also help you feel more confident. This is a really interesting task to do. Okay, so now you know your interests, your values, your strengths. You know yourself, and you will realize that you are not made for only one profession, only one job, but that you're made for many different professions and vocations. To make it clearer, I made an example of these tasks I show you. It's an example of someone who doesn't exist. And I made it really simple, okay? I'm sure you can achieve something more filled and more detailed. But it's just to give you an example of how it's going to help you. It's the example of Enya. Enya did this work, and she wrote down her interests, her values, and her strengths. Okay, Enya wrote down, I like to spend time with my friends. I like to talk with them and listen to them. Whenever I can, I help them solving their problems. I enjoy playing the guitar because it relaxes me. She asked herself, what could I do to improve the world? I would like children not to be abused anymore. And her strengths are she's good at French and biology, and her friends say that she's helpful and a good listener. So the possible jobs fields are profession of helping, profession which needs listening, as she's a good listener, good listening capacity, and profession in which you have to communicate. So jobs which may suit her are she could be a lawyer, a psychologist, a nurse, as she likes biology, and she's good at biology. Specialized educator, human resources advisor, or she could also work in communication. Okay, my advice for this part when you will work on this task is have no limits, neither geographical nor financial. Okay, this is not the time to do it. Just dream big, aim high, so that you achieve great goals. Okay, then now you know yourself. You're going to deepen your knowledge of the jobs you dream of. You're going to write down a list of the jobs you would like to do. These jobs may come from the work you did before, knowing yourself. And you can also write down just jobs that cross your mind. Maybe you think, oh, I'd like to be a journalist. I don't know why, but I'd like to do it. Okay, just write down, make a list of the jobs you would like to do. And then you're going to do something like an investigation to know what this job really entails. Okay, what task does a person performing this profession, doing this profession is performing every day? How are you going to do that? You're going to talk with professionals. Maybe you have the chance to get an uncle or an auntie who is a lawyer or a doctor or any other profession you're interested in, and you will talk with them. But just don't come and say, okay, auntie, I'd like to know what you do for in your job during your day of work. Okay, just write down questions. You have to be precise. And don't only ask them what they do and what they like, also ask them what is difficult in this job. What do you find difficult? The idea is to get a large vision, a complete vision of the profession you dream to do. And maybe you will realize, oh, that's not what I'd like to do. It doesn't seem interesting anymore. I don't like it. I will do anything else. But this will help you make a step forward. You can also, you will have career talks here with Impact. You will have webinar on career talks. So just stay tuned to get the opportunity to hear about many professions here. And you can also ask your parents, maybe they know people performing a job you're dreaming of. The other way to do it is to go on the internet and read job descriptions and look at videos on the internet too. So you will learn more on all those professions. And then you will be able to keep about 5 jobs you like best. And if you cannot achieve this, maybe you will just keep a field you would like to go through. It might be the health field. Okay, I don't know if I want to be a doctor or something else, but I like to do something in the health field. So just keep this. And here you will listen to many people. Sometimes they are going to try to convince you that, oh, that's a great job. Please do it, my son, my girl. Okay, you have to listen to others, but make sure the choice remains yours, okay? Okay, then you know who you are, you know what you would like to do, and then you're going to explore the different academic pathways. To do so, you're going to draw a table like this one on your paper with many columns with the name of the job, possible academic path, location, the conditions of admission, cost of studies, duration of studies. I made an example with information I found from here. I live in Brazil. I don't remember if Sylvie told you. I found those information from here, so I think you have the opportunity to fill it by yourself. Okay, I took the example of someone who would like to be a translator. This person could go at the Institut Supérieur de Traduction et d'Interprétariat in Yaoundé, provided that this person got a GCE A level, and the duration of studies will be minimum 3 years until this person get a bachelor. Or if you already have a bachelor, you can go for a master in interpretation program in University of Buea, or in a professional qualification in the University of Caen. Okay, my advice here will be do not put all your eggs in the same basket, okay? You have to keep at least 3 opportunities, 3 options, because you never know how it will go on. You don't know if you will be accepted for this training. You don't know if you will meet any difficulties. So always have a plan B. You can have 3, 4, 5 different options, and this will also reassure your parents that, okay, this one is clever. He has already got all the possibilities in his head. That will reassure them, and that will be a good thing for you too. Okay, then I'd like to talk about expanding and improving your skills. Why? Because first, this will enrich yourself, and it will also help you making the difference when you will apply to a program, a school, or to a job. Because when you're all graduated, okay, why should someone pick you rather than another one? You have to make the difference. You have to say, okay, we all did the same studies, but here I am the best because I also have these skills and those others. I gave you some ideas here of non-scholar skills. It might be reading, but reading is not, oh, okay, I'm a good reader. I read all the books the teachers gave us this year. Okay, this is not only about reading school books. This is about reading what interests you. It might be French authors or African authors, and you're going to read many books on these interests. You can go to the Alliance Française in Douala, where you have books. Maybe you can build a kind of a club with friends where you will exchange books and talk about those books, so that you show, okay, I did something. I'm a really good reader. I can say it. My general culture is really better. It can be, I'm really good at sport. I was in this team, you know, who achieved competitions, or many competitions. I don't know. You can go through computer programming. This is not only about okay, I know Instagram, I can like and or whatever. You have many opportunities today just with your phone to learn many things, not only about computer programming. You can also use your phone to download applications to learn a new language, or to improve your knowledge of a language. So you make sure you're really good. You can read, you can listen, you can talk in this language. Also think about internships. They really make a difference. I think Impact has also a plan to do something this year about internships in companies in Douala. So you can follow Impact to have this opportunity. Okay. Also think about volunteering. You can do something in your community. You can do something with your friends at school. You can showing that you're able to gather people around a project to make a difference, and that will show that you have the ability to be a leader to achieve a project. Okay, so please think about expanding and improving your skills. This is really important. We don't only have scholar skills, we also have many other skills in life, and they make the difference. Okay, now we're going to talk about the role of parents in the orientation process. I think the thing is, why parents are often so resistant to their kids' career choices is because they also have fears and insecurities, as we talked at the beginning. You have to know that you're not the only one to have fears. Your parents too have fears, and that's why sometimes it's not easy to talk to them about what you want. We also have parents who project their own past desires onto their child, which they should avoid, but it's not easy to do so. Okay, so the attitude I think we should have as parents is, as on this picture, the one above is in the parent position. This person has a larger vision. This person is giving a hand to help, and this is the attitude I think as a parent we should have. Be helpful and share our vision with all the information we have. I would say the first thing we have to trust our children, generally speaking. Your child is a unique and extraordinary being. You raise him well, and trust that he's able to find his own way. He's able to make clever decisions, If you trust him, this will really help going a step forward. But you don't just have to cross your arms and wait and see what your what your kid is doing. You can be helpful. You can be a co-pilot. You have to take a part in your kid's orientation by questioning him, by helping to find information, help him to meet your friends who do a job your kid is dreaming of doing. You can also, sometimes our kids don't know what we are doing in our life, in our professional life. They will say, okay, my father, he works there. Okay, and what is he doing? Oh, actually, I really don't know. Okay, so our role as a parent is to allow them to see our working environment. This will help them to figure out what the world of working is, how is it, what you find difficult in your job, why you're sometimes tired. Sometimes you're tired, and he will understand it better, and maybe it will inspire them to do the same thing. And I would like to give you some words here, really important to help your kids through the orientation path. First, keep the communication open. It's really important. Allow them to come and ask you questions and telling you what they are thinking about. And of course, we have so many things as parents to handle with. We don't have time, but we must have time to give to our kids and share, just to share. And also be supportive. Maybe your kid has some difficulties with a subject at school. Maybe you can have a tutor helping him or whatever. Just ask your kid what he needs. Don't forget to encourage them. Okay, say that you're proud of them. They won't guess it. I think I know the things I wrote down here seems easy, banal, and obvious, but they are not really. You have to accompany your kids and just be present and a good listener. That will be really helpful. Okay, I wrote down here different fields of study in case some of you don't have ideas of what they could do. You have agriculture, agronomy, engineering, business, accounting, education, administration, languages, social sciences, architecture, communication, law and public affairs, international relations, public defense and security, medicine, dentistry, pharmacy, physiotherapy, sciences. Okay, you can go and investigate the field you'd like to go through. And I put also some websites here which may help you on your orientation path. You have masterstudies.com, which browses thousands of graduate degrees from around the world. We'll also find universities of Cameroon. You have also internationalschoolguides.com, which also provides many lists of universities, colleges, and schools worldwide, and all the fields they have, and the conditions of admission, and so on. And you also have substudy.cm, which is a Cameroonian website. It's in French, I'm sorry, but you have lists of universities and higher education institutions. These might be helpful too. I thank you, and we will go through the questions now.
Thank you very much, Sylvia. Thank you for that insightful presentation. What I have learned from your presentation, and that I will try to say it loud now, is that firstly, we have to be in the front seat of our own orientation, we as the youth. We should not sit on the sideline and wait for our parents to do everything or our educators. The first step is to be the actor of your own orientation, to be responsible of where I want to go. And we should be doing more. We should be searching, asking for help, asking questions, and be committed to achieve that goal and that dream. Secondly, we should work on our self-awareness, knowing yourself. Knowing yourself is about your interests. What am I interested in? It's about your values. What makes sense to you? It's about your strengths. I am good in this. I can work on this more. So knowing yourself is knowing about your interests, your values, and also your strength. Thirdly, we should deepen our knowledge of our dream job. If we want to know more about what we want to be tomorrow, we should list all the jobs that we are interested in. We should know what are the tasks that are done during that job. And we should have a list of at least 5 possibilities. We should not close just that I want to be this and stop here. 5 possibilities, because as Sibyl said, we should always dream big and keep our options open. You never know what will happen. Fourthly, we should explore all the different academic pathways that will bring us to that dream job. By doing it, we should always also have a plan B. What are the different academic pathways? If this doesn't work, what else can work? We should try to expand and improve ourselves. This will create a difference on your resume when we sit in front of someone who is interviewing us, because you will always have 2 people who have the same grade in class. You will always have people who have the same diploma. How will I take you and not someone else? That is when expanding your own skills is important. How do you do that? You have to join association, do some work like volunteer in some association. You have also to go for internship. Go and knock somewhere and do some internship. Not only about, internship is not only about money. It's also about broadening your own skills. Then we talk about the role of the parents. I am a parent. I have 4 teenagers, and sometimes it's really tough to speak to them. But today I know that I should sit on the co-pilot seat and not on the pilot seat. The kids are on the pilot seat. I am the co-pilot. As in the co-pilot seat, I should share my own experience. Many kids, you will ask them, what do your father or your mother do? They will say, he's an engineer. But what is an engineer? And we know that engineering, there are so many fields in it. So we should share our experience with our kids. Why not take them in a day in our jobs to show them what is happening there, our own challenges. And also, we should take time to know them. Because in our busy timetable, we are always rushing. We don't have the time to sit and speak with them. So we should communicate with our kids, always leave that communication line open. We should support, encourage them, and always give them constructive and positive feedback for them to be better than tomorrow. For a better life for them tomorrow, because we know that things can happen. And it's sometimes because we are afraid that they won't find a job that we are sometimes like, you have to do this. This is my own way or nothing. So parents, let us be open and communicate more. We trust them. We learn about their strength and we push them to achieve more. Sibyl also have shared the fields of study. We can have that. If you need her to send it to you, please just say in the chat, because you have many fields that people don't know. And she also shared many websites that you can click on and go and check. Thank you very much, Sibyl, and we will jumpstart the questions now. The first question was from Andy. Andy said she wanted to join the same school as the sister with a scholarship, but she's too young for that. Is it a problem? That's what I read from Andy. She wanted to join the same school as the sister, but she's too young for the school. Is it a problem?
I don't know what I have to say here, because if the school doesn't want kids who doesn't have the right age, this will be a problem. So maybe Andy could explore another path, or I don't know, explore another path, or try to find something to do during this year. He or she, I don't know if Andy is a boy or a girl, he or she can find something to do during the year to wait until he got the right age.
I agree with you. I just want to remind Andy that there are certain schools where they need a certain maturity, and that maturity, they see it on age. They need a certain maturity before accepting you in the school. And for this type of school, as she was saying, perhaps you can look for a gap year. A gap year is not like sitting and not doing anything, but you can work on something else, or you can, as she said, explore another path. Because it's not always what your sister has done that is the best. Who knows? By exploring, perhaps you will find a better option for yourself. I had Sarah. Sarah asked, what if you are interested on a career path, but you are not strong with some of the subjects under this career?
You want to follow, but you're not strong with some of subjects of the career. Okay.
Yes.
Sarah, I would say there are many options here. First, you can maybe do more efforts to make yourself, if it's something you really like to do, maybe you will get your own strength to go through those difficulties and make yourself better in those subjects. It's the first thing. Maybe you need some help of a tutor or of friends who may help you. This is the first option. The second option is maybe you should explore. Maybe there's another way to achieve your goal. Maybe you don't have to go through this particular college, or maybe there is another option. Maybe there is another training you can follow to reach the same goal. I don't know.
So she has to work more to strengthen her skills on those subjects.
Yes, or find another way. There is not only one way to get somewhere.
I agree with that. Our next question is from Sir Ocean, and she's asking, I would like to integrate a school abroad, but how to be sure of this orientation? She wants to integrate a school abroad.
Yes.
But she wants to be sure of this is the good school for me.
I don't know how I cannot know it because you have to do the same job when it's whether it is abroad or in Cameroon. You have to compare different options abroad. If you only have this option abroad, you have to write down the minus and plus to know, okay, this will bring me those skills, but I won't have this. And if what are the other options? Okay, you have to wait the foreign contract.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. And Andy again, I have a job in my head, but I'm not too good at other subjects. What can I do?
Okay, I think it's the same answer here than it was for, I don't know, Sarah.
Yeah.
Whether you have to do your best to be better on those subjects, or maybe you can think about something else. I don't know.
That's why
sometimes you only have one way. You're looking only, okay, I want to do this. Maybe it's because you didn't try to enlarge your vision of
yes.
all the possibilities that exist in the education system.
Mhm.
Okay, sometimes you say, okay, this is the good thing to do. Why? Because people say it. Okay, no, we are not talking about what people think or what is a social good behavior. We are talking about what you like to do, what you like to do. If you don't like the subject, I'm not sure it's a good idea to go and fight against yourself. You have to like what you do, and maybe you like I don't know, literature, and okay, go. There are many options when you like literature. There are many options I'm sure you didn't explore yet. So I think enlarge your vision. Make sure you saw all the opportunities before choosing.
Good. And it was said in the presentation that you need to have at least a list of 5.
Yes.
Because if you are just like, this is what I'm going to do, at the moment when you're stuck there, then you will feel unhappy. That's why she's saying you have to, this is really a job you have to sit on, look at all the jobs that can be interested, which are linked together, and how to choose your academic path. You have to work on this. And your son is asking, can your love for a job be faulty without you ever knowing? Your son said, can your love for a job be faulty without you even knowing?
I won't say it's a love. If your love for a job be faulty, no. If you, I don't think it's your dream can be faulty, but what can be, maybe you didn't choose the right way to achieve your goal. Maybe it's the way you're going through which doesn't fit, it doesn't suit you. Okay, maybe you have other options. You should explore
Always keep
maybe
your
a
options
little bit
open.
more. Sorry?
No, always keeping their options
Yes,
open.
yes.
And do you think that following some of your passion can help you in life? This is from Sarah. Do you think
Uh,
following passion can help you in life?
okay, Sarah. I won't say yes or no here. Of course, it may help, but there are people who have a passion, and who don't want to make it their job because they want to keep it something relaxing and just for doing for pleasure. But there are others who made it their job. So I think it's up to you. It's what you think, what you would like to. It can be helpful if you think it's something you want to go through. Okay, just keep on. But if you just want to keep it a hobby, you can keep it like this, like it.
When you want your passions to help you in life, are you able to monetize this passion? Because even if you have a passion and you are feeling good in it, you have to live. You have to remember that. Because if you don't have any income, I'm not sure that you will be happy. That's something to take into consideration when you want to take your passion as your way of living. I think so. That's my 2 cents, Sarah.
Yes, yes, and also I was talking to a friend recently, and I was wondering why she didn't do her passion as a job, and she told me if I do it as a job, I won't like it anymore. So she decided to keep it a passion because she doesn't want to get stressed on this thing, which is really relaxing for her, and she enjoys doing it this way.
things to take into consideration. And Andy is asking, I would like to go to a boarding school with a scholarship, but where can I find one with good academic guidance?
I would like to go to a boarding school with a scholarship, but where can I find one with good academic guidances? I think you can go check on the websites I gave to you, and you can also check for the ranks. There are many ranks of universities on the internet. Check many. Just don't go on one website. Okay, yes. Always cross-check the informations, and I think you have the ranking of Singapore, which is really a worldwide recognized, with all universities in the world ranking there. You can go through and see, okay, is it a good school? I don't know if I'm answering your question, but you have ways to see, is this university, is this college recognized around the world?
Yeah, I think Andy is still talking about high school and not about the university.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's talking about boarding school with a scholarship.
Okay, I'm sorry. I think it's the same thing. You can also have people write down what they think about all the schools, and you have testimonies.
Yeah.
On the schools, and you also have rankings, I think.
Yeah. Andy, I have some examples of good school. If you are doing things like in science, there's this school in Ghana, ASA, just for girls, and it's a boarding school where if you are really good in science, you can have a scholarship and stay in and have a good academic. It has good academic guidance. You also have in South Africa, African Leadership Academy. It's a really tough school. It's not only about grades, it's also about your open-mindedness. You also have the United World College, where you have many schools around the world, like 18 schools, boarding schools. They have really good academics. They are, but then you have to be open-minded. You have to work hard. It's not easy like you are going for a Club Med. It's really, really difficult, but you have many opportunities after that. There's someone asking, it's necessary to know how to do what one plans to choose at the university if one likes this field without even knowing? I don't understand the question. I will read as it's written. It's necessary to know how to do what one plans to choose at the university if one likes this field without even knowing. I think I will go to another question, then come back to that one.
Okay, we had a question from Arnold, I think, earlier. He was wondering if I would like to. Okay, okay. Please, is the profession of food safety is it a good field or works in our days? Okay, Arnold. The question is not really is this job going good for in our days? Just do what you think you like, because maybe when you will finish your training, you will find that there are not new jobs which doesn't exist today in this field, and you will just go through it. Okay, just ask yourself, do I like what I'm about to study? And you will have opportunities at the end. I don't think you're going through a training today and at the end you don't have any opportunities. You have to keep yourself open to see the opportunities. Sometimes people are going to tell you, okay, there is no job for me outside. Okay, what did they go to be able to say that? Okay, maybe there are less opportunities in some fields, but they are. Maybe it's just a question of you need one more skill like computer science or whatever that you will need to add to get the back on stage.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sibyl. Let us take this question from Avarel. What if you really like the job and you have a problem in the duration of the studies? What to do?
Okay, what kind of problem is it? Is it too long? If
I
you
think so.
okay, but I cannot answer. I don't know if it's a question of money, for instance. If it's a question of financing your studies, maybe you will have to stop before the end, start to work, and then finish your training later. Or if it's not a question of money, you just have, if you like it, you're going to go until the end.
Yeah.
If you want to be a doctor, there is no way you can make it quicker than the way it goes today.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to be patient.
Yes.
And Henri Alexandre asks if you can have a sports scholarship that can help you to go in a good university abroad.
I guess so. Yes, I guess so. I'm not sure about what it is, where this help come from. I cannot answer this question because I don't have all the elements to answer here.
Henri Alexandre, to answer this question, I think you should do your own job. You should go online and check. I heard about basketball scholarship. I've heard about football scholarship, but I haven't gone deep into it. So you should do your own research online to check. And if we have anything in our researches, we'll come back to you with an answer. I still think it is possible. That's why in the presentation, they were telling you about broadening your skills by doing some sport. Why not? It can help you. Can we have an idea of university from the professions we want to do? Sibyl?
Can you repeat the question, please? I didn't get you.
Can we have an idea of the university we have to join if we already have the job we want to do?
If you already know?
Yes, the profession you want to do.
Okay, I cannot just give examples of universities. If you already know what you want to do, you go on the university website and check if they offer the opportunity to follow this program, if they have the program, and then, or you can just type on the internet, okay, this program, I don't know, computer science programming or whatever. You have to mention maybe the country you want to go to study, and you check all the opportunities, because
that's why you should be exploring.
You don't have all the fields in all the universities. Some have better subjects they are really good at, like, you know, what would I say, like languages in Bweya, or it's the same thing abroad. In all the countries, universities don't offer all the programs, or they have a better experience in some programs.
Yeah. Andy, I can add something on what Sibyl just said. You have the profession in your head. You have five jobs as we saw on the presentation. Now you want to make a backward plan. I want to be here. If I want to do this job, then let me see what university I should choose. Then you start searching. These are the university. You can have a list of 20 universities. You go in the universities now and look at, these are the programs they are giving. But what should I do to achieve this, to be able to enter this university? That's when, as you are still in your secondary school, I have to be good in this subject. I have to be good in this subject. You start to work hard from there. And then you have done your backward planning. And that is really what you have to do, I think, because you start by, this is what I want to be. And this is the university. As I'm still here, I have to work on this to achieve my objective. I think that's the backward planning that you have to be doing from now on. We are 5 minutes after an hour, and I think we have to close here. I am really grateful for all those who came online. If you are online today, it's because you are no more sitting on the sideline waiting for your parents and any other one to tell you what to do. It's because today you are responsible of your career orientation, of your professional orientation. If you are with us today, I hope you have understood what our counseling professionals have told us. It's about first knowing ourselves. It's about exploring other options. It's about talking with your parents, keeping an open communication with your parents. It's also about expanding your skills. If you are here with us today, I hope you go back home with new things that you will start to apply. I think there's a challenge for them, Sibyl, and I will leave you to challenge them if they are here and they are listening to them.
I'm proud of you. Yes.
I am so happy.
Yes, I'm proud of you, because if you came here today, it's that you already know that you have to do something for yourself. And I'm really pleased to see that. You should start from today. The challenge is you have to do the job from today. When we will end this webinar, just go with a paper and start thinking. You have all these, it's still fresh in your mind. So please go ahead, and all my best wishes to achieve your goal.
I remember, I have to recall that Sibyl is the owner of Option Horizon. She was on counseling youth like you to work on their professional orientation and their academic orientation. She has an Instagram page where she will give you more tips. You have to go on her Instagram page and check. You can look at Option Horizon in her on Facebook also. And if you have any other question, please send it to contact@cabinetimpact.com and we will be pleased to follow up. Thank you, Sibyl.
Thank you very much, Sylvie. Have a great weekend. Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye.